guys, today we're gonna clean out the carburetor jets on a Honda Rancher 2006 350. We're gonna pull the seat off. I already took off the air box. Initially when I got this, I needed to have the carb cleaned out. So I cleaned up the needle and seat so it works and provides fuel for the carburetor, but it still doesn't idle as well as it should. So I've got a welding tip cleaner that I'm going to clean the idle circuit with, and that should take care of it. I don't want to do it on the grass because when I pull the float bowl off the carburetor, it's going to kill the grass. So I'm just going to pull start it. It'll start with the ignition, but we're going to pull start it just for funsies. So ignition's on, it's in neutral, and I'm going to just pull this back. See how it's idling a little hard? So I'm just going to drive it over here. Behind the RV there, see that dead spot, that's kind of the driveway. Alright, so to take the seat off, you pull this handle here. The seat comes off. I'd already pulled off the air box. That is behind the carburetor. I gotta take this guy off here. I got like a clip tool. So we're gonna pull this off. And now allow this to go out of the way. There's a screw under here that I'm not going to take off. Just leave that right there for now. And then we need a Phillips screwdriver to take the carburetor off. See if you can zoom into there. Does that help at all? Okay. Can you do it while it's on one? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and record. Oh, you're recording. Alright, so this is a screw to loosen up the carburetor. So you just want to loosen that guy up right there. That holds the carburetor onto the motor. Okay. Alright, now the carburetor should come off. So I'm going to give it a pull. Alright, so it came out of the rubber boot. Now I can access the float screws. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the float off, or the float bowl off. So it's the Phillips as well. You don't want to pull this too hard because I got cables attached to it. I don't feel like there's fuel dripping out. The overflow, and so there's 4 screws holding the float bowl on. as you can see in the video. Now the fuel's coming out of the float bowl, which is okay because we are in the driveway right now, and it won't kill the grass in the driveway. All right, now we're gonna pull off the float bowl of the carburetor, and we could see that there's like
green,
this stuff that probably came out of the lines, which is pretty nasty. We'll clean that out. And then we're gonna, since it's draining fuel right now, we're gonna go ahead and walk around. We're gonna shut the fuel off on the carburetor. There's on, reserve, and then off. So we're gonna turn that to where it's on the off position. That'll stop the fuel flow to the carburetor. All right. Now all this grimy stuff has a potential of going into the carburetor and clogging up the jet. But what we're going after right now is we already cleaned out the needle and seat, which just requires you to, well, it's kind of a risky business because there's a little clippy here. And if I lose in the dirt, I'm gonna be down for the count. So that's cleaned up and works like it should. But what I'm not getting is good flow through the idle circuit. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a welding tip cleaner. We're just gonna find the smallest one that will go into the jet. You see that? That's a welding tip cleaner. We'll just get one of these really small ones. We don't want to hog out the jet because I've done that before, then your machine runs bad. Okay, that just fits right in there like that. So we'll go up a size. Actually, it fits pretty loose, so we'll go up a couple sizes. That one just barely fits in there. Okay. I think that's as clean as we want to get it. I'll make sure this one. It's okay. All right, now we're gonna spray a little. Then I'm gonna use brake clean because that's what I have. I'm gonna spray it right into these jets. And then you should see it come through here. Okay, that's flowing good through there. And I'm gonna spray into the lower one. And this will get in your eyes if you don't have eye protection. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and spray this down. While we're doing out. There's another bleed going on the side there. Spray out too. Oops. That's gonna burn, so probably you want to pause that and take your shirt off. So it's cleaner, and then we're gonna go ahead and spray this guy out. Get all the nastiness out of there. Make sure that flows. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna put her back together. Just like that. And hopefully that'll help it run better. If not, there's options like new carburetor, get it professionally rebuilt, running maybe a fuel cleaner through the gas. That might help clean up the debris that might be blocking up the idle circuit on the carburetor. Or just kind of tighten up this fuel bowl and hope this Band-Aid quick fix we did will. Notice how I'm kind of going across so it tightens up evenly. And then double check them all, make sure they're evenly tightened. Okay, so we're going to set the carburetor back onto the boot. It takes a little bit of pressure. If it doesn't go, you're probably going to want to use a little bit of lubrication, some petroleum-based lubrication that doesn't swallow up rubber. But this went on okay. All right, we're going to tighten up the screw going to the boot. Can they see me in the picture at all, or is it just the carburetor?
Carburetor, but I'll move over.
All right, so we're going to tighten up the boot, just snug, not super tight, otherwise it'll destroy the rubber, and these parts get hard to come by. All right, so the carburetor should work now. And we'll see. So we're going to put it on start, and then we're going to press a button, it's on neutral. We gotta turn the fuel on.
That's why.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Simple mistakes.
Yeah, we all make mistakes.
just put this air box back on. Got a bunch of clippies in here. Those are body clippies. Hold some right here for now. All right, so we're we're gonna need a Phillips to get this on. This guy is another Phillips, and it hooks right here. This one hooks to the carburetor intake. This hose right here, I don't know if you can see or not, goes through here and hooks right in here. So looks like there's a screw that goes to the bottom and hooks to here. Alright, and that's just a drain, I believe, for the carburetor. It also has a side drain. I noticed when I had the carburetor off that doesn't have a little hose on it, but we're just gonna stick this on. So, feed this hose through the hole. If you don't have patience, lubrication would probably help, but you're in luck because I have patience. I can do this all day. You guys might not want to, but okay. So this hose needs to hook right here. I think we have in far enough. Just like that. And then, not quite sure what it does, but it needs a hook here. Probably, okay, that's the PCV hose for the engine. So when it's sucking in air for the engine, it has to be in here. This is set up so it's dry, so if you get water up to here, it won't go into the engine and hydrolock your engine and kill it. So, very important part to have if you're gonna be doing any fun stuff, like submersing your ATV. Okay, and now we're gonna put this white intake. That's where the vehicle gets air from. It comes out somewhere up high. So we're gonna hook it up. Just like that. Loosen up the screw just a little bit. Put the carburetor intake on. Loosen up the screw a little bit for that one as well. Rocking and rolling. So we're gonna snug those up. All right, and then I don't believe that there was a screw holding the bottom. And then we'll put this intake for the carburetor filter on. Just like that. I'll snug down that screw. Good. And then this lid will go on. All right, so now we can stick some of the plastic back together. Let's make sure she still starts. Turn the gas on. Purrs like a kitten. Turn the gas back off. All right, now since we're under here, this is how you access the battery. This guy goes right here. All right, like that. I think it goes in after we put this guy back on. So we'll line up the deals. And then this guy goes on. That would be clippy here. So we'll put some clippies in place. These are the clips. They expand when you stick the center in. So we're gonna stick that guy right in there. And we're gonna push that center in. Now it stays there. And then we can put this guy here on. And push that in right there. That way that'll stay. Then we've got a couple extra clips left. So I don't think we have enough for all the things. So we're gonna put one here. We'll stick the center in.
Do you need this one?
Sure, just a second. And then one here. Quite go all the way through. Can you hand me that, or this guy here?
Oh.
Needs to clip tool. Pull that out. Pull the center out first, and the tool will come out. Okay, so that's all good. And we're gonna put this guy in, like that. We don't have one here, so.
Want to use this one?
Yeah, just a second. We have the same thing going on this side. Okay, that clip just needs to come out. Supposed to be a screw. Yeah, that one's supposed to be a screw. So I'll put this guy here. Used to have a center for it, I lost it. I'll put this guy here. Like that. Do you have one, so?
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Put this guy here. Like that. Okay, so everything is in place. And then do you know where we put the cover for this?
Right there.
Ah, okay. Smart.
Yeah, I remember.
Almost like somebody was thinking.
Huh?
Almost like somebody was thinking.
Yeah.
think we're ready to put the
See?
seat on.
Okay. Can I
Seat
put it on?
Yeah.
I know how to. I've done it.
Okay.
Do you know how to?
Yep.
Yeah. Just push it. This way, right?
You have to pull this up. Okay, so you're not quite there yet. So squish up and then pull that and it'll drop right in place. Okay.
Perfect.
So I think this is ready. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video on cleaning the carburetor out on a Rancher 350 Honda, and we'll go ahead and start this thing up for you. For a second.